This is Imran Ali coming to you from Urban Living. Today's guest is Mr. Earl Goodlet. He goes by Duke. Duke is our guest today, and he is an actor, filmmaker, and songwriter. Thank you for being here today.
Pleasure's mine.
How are you doing today?
Okay, and yourself?
I'm well, thank you. I wanted to start off by asking you which art form you like the best.
I like them all.
You like them all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, what do you like about songwriting?
It's about like different past relationships I dealt with women, like how they hurt me at that time, and I write songs about them.
Mm-hmm. You write songs about, so it's basically what you're passionate or emotional.
Yeah, emotions.
You're able to put down your emotions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why do you think that works? Why do people? Because a lot of people do that. What is that make emotions make you give you?
It's best to get the poison out of your system. What they did, like what they did to you when life goes on. That's how you get it out of your system. Some people like draw, some people like walk, some people like doing different, spice of life, what they really want to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And me, I put my stuff in films and movies and music,
so
especially when they hurt,
Especially when it hurts?
Yeah.
What do you think is therapeutic? It's just the idea. Why is that so therapeutic, if that's the right word?
It's best, like I said, you can't keep it all built up inside you, because if you do, you're going to destroy yourself. So I make songs out of it and make movies out of it.
Since I talked to you last, I decided to take, it wasn't really advice, but I tried to, get some thoughts down on paper. Because I was trying to do some writing with the other things that I do, and I was surprised at how much that I could write about. It's like when I started writing, it became it's not an infinite well, but hours. So I said, well, maybe this does work. Maybe holding things in
destroys you, destroys your insides.
Yeah, I guess just the negative. You have a lot of negative feelings, and feel like nobody's or they don't even have to be negative feelings. But let's say they are. What's the word? Unshared feelings, or just things you keep to yourself.
Yeah, and believe me, I've been doing that for years.
Mm-hmm. So I started writing, and I wind up just having a lot to put down on paper.
Pen's mightier than the sword.
But some people are able to use that talent in such a positive way. Like I told you, Miss Rashad Allen.
Oh yeah.
She's like I like her. I like the role, the character she's developed over the years. She comes off like she just comes off well in front of the screen. And I like that about certain people.
Well, she getting her emotions out. That's how she do what she do.
Because she stays on the high road. She never shoots low that I've ever seen.
I was always taught when things are looking bad, think of the good times and look ahead. That's how I see it.
Think of the good times.
And look ahead. Walk straight and you'll feel great.
Walk straight and you feel great despite?
Or either think straight, you feel great, but it all goes into one.
When you have an idea, how do you decide if it's a song or a movie?
I get lyrics together. Sometimes when I used to work with the city, I used to isolate myself from my co-workers and just write down thoughts for songs, and I write down thoughts for movies, whatever comes, Some of them be the same, some of them be similar, some of them be separate.
Oh, okay, so you already knew
Yeah, and sometimes thoughts just come to me as I'm walking, as I'm working. That's why I always keep paper on me, is just to write them down. So when I get home, I put them on the big pieces of paper.
I think it's interesting. I wonder, do you think people put themselves under too much stress to be creative? Do you think it comes?
Now, to me, it's like when they do stuff like that, they getting themselves out of stress. When they write stuff, paint and all that, they getting themselves out of the stress they into. It's a good outlet.
Well, like, let's say someone that you saw, your film gets the attention of someone, and they say, okay, Duke, I want you to give me 10 films, and I want you to produce them in so many amount of time. Is that creativity, or does it become more like a production line? That's something you want to do?
To me, I think it's both creativity and both, you know. Matter of fact, this guy, he want me to be in one of his movies because he's seen my Black Vigilante movie on YouTube. He wrote something for me. It's like similar to my movie though, but when he seen it, it opened up his eye and that made my day.
Okay. If I give you a poem, can you make it a song?
I do the best that I can do. I get an artist to sing it for you. I don't sing, I just write songs.
So I mean, I write down a poem.
But before that, make sure you get it patented, you know.
Oh, that's when you get it patented, when you write your poem?
That's the first thing I do when I send out songs. I get all my stuff patented so nobody will steal it. Library of Congress.
Okay, and then once you have your poem, once you have a poem patented, then you ask the person to get an artist to sing it.
There you go.
And well, if they're going to sing it, they just...
They sing it, they don't. What they won't do, somebody else will.
Do they make a lyric? They make a melody for it?
Yeah, Or you could put it in movies too. That's how I see it.
Now, a filmmaker, what exactly does a filmmaker do?
They just shoot you while you acting, you know, till you take one, take two, but I don't go for that. I just do a straight run.
Meaning?
Like headshots and all that cut and all that. It's cool though, everything ain't for everybody. Just like some people like auditions. I don't dislike auditions, I don't like them, but they good to have around. But me, I just train you on the set if I'm hiring, you know.
Oh, okay.
But it's good though, you know, it all depends on the person, you know. Matter of fact, I was at this females movie at Treasures a few weeks ago. I wanted to check it out. I was supposed to be in the casting call, but I wound up doing a little small part in there, which I didn't know I was going to do that.
Okay. So, and how long have you been a filmmaker?
Since I was 29, now I'm 67.
Okay, all right. It's something that you do because it's something you enjoy.
Yeah, that,
Now, you, who are some of your, you're a martial artist? What do you like about martial arts?
It inspired a discipline. Like just in case you get in an argument with an idiot on the street, because I used to work for a lot of idiots with the city, but not all of them, but some of them. But kept me disciplined. Because if I would have hit one of them, I would have been in jail.
So what is martial arts to you? Because I'm always interested in anybody that says they're martial artists.
It's like life, working constantly, keeping your controlling your temper. And the job I had with the city, it was a lot of, you just don't know, a lot of idiots I didn't get along with. Some of them was cool, but some of them wasn't. But
I can imagine if you're out on a site, you know, and you just grouped up with different people, because it takes you out in the field a lot, that you have a lot of different personalities.
Oh yeah, and that I don't like. I don't like funny acting people, and I don't like two-faced people. I just stay away from them as much as I can. Especially, all right, 1 minute, the next second you switch up. I don't like people like that. I just stay away from them.
You're not supposed to talk about people behind their back.
Right. That's a coward move anyway. And another thing too, I don't like people that borrow money, don't want to pay back, give you a sob story, and when it comes for them to pay you back, they want to get mad at you because they owe you.
Yeah.
That's why you think a lot of killing going on, because people don't like to pay back. And I'm doing a movie about that too, called The Black Female Assassins.
What do you think? What happens if a person, if you owe somebody, you're just supposed to pay them back, right?
Thank you.
Period. Whether
yeah.
they say
Exactly.
whether they say it's okay, or whether they say forget it, or no matter how long it is, you're supposed to pay them back.
Exactly.
Or even if it's what you think is a nominal amount.
And another thing, I don't like slow payers either. What I don't like, because they give you a side story, either man or woman, you borrow, you pay. I don't like that. I just tell them they need it again. One person borrowed money from me. I told her to have a bad life. You gave me a sob story. Then the day you supposed to have paid me that day, you at the casino, broke and everything, and you owe me money. I said, no, I'm not coming to get you. I just hung up on her.
So your martial arts allows you to keep your whatever your what is that
Discipline.
And your restraint allows you to restrain your what is that? I guess your natural tendency to defend yourself.
Exactly.
I remember when I was younger, they passed that law. I was just becoming a teenager.
You was?
And
why you stopped taking it up?
No, they passed this law of gun mandatory time for having a gun, a crime committed with a gun.
Yeah.
Mandatory 5 years. And I think it's still, that's the only reason why people...
I think they boosted it up more, though.
I think that's the only reason why people restrain themselves. Is that the only deterrent? Is that the only reason why people don't just walk around strapped all the time? I think that was the major turning point when it came to gun violence.
A person's license ain't going, I ain't going to say all of them, but some of them is licensed, they discipline. That's part of martial arts too. Martial arts is life. It's like what you make it. It's the universal life. That's martial arts.
Yeah, I like martial arts, but you say that you had martial arts in Africa.
No, it came from Africa. What happened, a Chinese guy went there. He seen this African guy doing this dance called the monkey. So he went back to China and made his own recipe from there with martial arts, because it all came from Africa, South Africa.
You know a lot of Africa. Do you know many? But as a rule, that's something that you equate with China, though, right? You don't really think about Africa
but
as
it started
martial
in Africa, martial arts. But they ain't gonna let you know that. I used to think it started in China, but till I got to my history, I found that it came from Africa.
Well, yeah. So, but a lot of it's in. A lot of martial arts comes to, I do believe they don't allow people to fight in China like we think they do anymore. I forget how, I don't know what part of it, I don't know how they cracked down on it, but they did. Had you heard anything about that?
No,
they don't really, I have to do my research, but you think that they just walk around and just fight. But they don't do, it's not like that.
I know, every situation, every city and every state got their own
just
ups
like
and downs,
What style did you practice?
I started out with, I like the Steven Seagal Hapkido. Then this guy named Greg Moyd, he said he liked my style, but his technique was better, so I've been studying Wushu Kung Fu, and after we separated, I've been studying by myself,
Oh, okay, so you did Wushu Kung Fu, and you were familiar with Aikido.
Yeah. And really speaking of that, I remember when I was about 16 years old, my Uncle Sonny took me and my brother, he passed on, named Perry, to a karate school, but it was Aikido he took us to. But I couldn't remember them, but I remember now. It just dawned on me just now.
But how were the people dressed? What they look like?
Like these gears, they're like similar to a dress, but it's not.
Yeah. There's a big, like kulaks, and then the white top. It's blue and white.
Yeah, and that was out before Steven Seagal was doing it.
I know. But
he just took, he got noticed for it.
Yeah, well, he did well with it too.
Yeah.
He served it. He got into a lot of movies. He made all the right moves. But most of all, his teacher liked him.
Yeah, if he could do it, so could I. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I like that style because I was the first person I ever seen was my uncle, and I think he just liked it. on his own. One time he took all the neighborhood children out, and he put 2 cedar blocks up on the wood, and he told us all to chop the wood.
What?
Yeah, and we all broke it. You know, and he had his white with a belt, but I don't know how far. And you do things with children, and you don't know how long it's. So that stayed with me, and then Bruce Lee came out, and he influenced.
Oh, Bruce was the master.
I read that the reason why I know why my neighborhood liked him, because he was just like, he came off so well on the screen.
Then come out of movies, everybody doing Bruce Lee.
Yeah, but the thing is, I heard this Asian man say the reason why they like martial arts, because he was one of the first. They like Bruce Lee because he was one of the first Asians to appear on the big screen that was a hero and not a villain, not a stereotype.
Yeah.
And so that's why, that was what, it wasn't just the kids in my neighborhood that wanted to imitate him, but they weren't used to seeing their own, Chinese people weren't used to seeing somebody with that big of a presence on TV. That's what that movement, that blockbuster was all about.
Okay.
He's like, his father was a comedian and a Tai Chi master.
Who, Bruce's father?
If I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know that. I know now.
If I'm not mistaken, and it seems to make sense because, Tai Chi is I think it's a soft style.
Slow form of Kung Fu,
And Bruce Lee is so intense, and then comedy, because you don't want to like be serious when it's a lightweight situation.
Yeah.
You don't want to apply violence when less violence would be necessary. So he was a comedian, and then yet Bruce Lee was so intense. All his movies are real intense. It's always a very serious subject.
That's why I got into martial arts anyway, to discipline my temper and all that. Because like I said, when I worked for the city, I worked for a bunch of, and I ain't gonna say all of them, but a bunch of jackasses. Not all of them, but some of them.
Well, work, that's why they call it work, because work is tough. You retired though, right?
Yeah, I'm 31 years with the city.
Yeah, so you knew what you were doing. Everybody doesn't get that, right?
And I went out the door like a ninja too. Ain't want no parties and no speeches. They tried to say we was family. They're not. We ain't family.
Yeah, well, work is hard. Work, that's why they call it work, So congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for your service at the city, We really appreciate it. You used to do what? Refurbish houses?
No, clean and seal up abandoned houses, L&I, license and inspection.
Well, the thing is, with license and with housing, they say black people, the reason why we fall behind white people in terms of wealth is because we're not homeowners.
There's a lot of us homeowners.
But not as much as they are, and that's the reason why we fall behind when it comes to being considered wealthy.
I put it to you like this, there's a lot of us up on the same page they are, You just gotta look around. I guess it's just focusing on the area and all that, the stereotype. But there's a lot of blacks doing better than them, and better than me and you both. They got their own businesses and everything.
Speaking of black people, what do you think about Jesse Jackson? Did you go pay your respects to his funeral, his going away service?
It's too far to go. I'm sorry he gone on that. My condolences.
Yeah. Did you follow it on TV? See all those people that he was there? Did you know he went overseas to Syria and rescued hostages? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was I didn't
know he did that. I didn't know they would do that.
I think it was the late 80s
I didn't know. I was too busy. Life happens. I was trying to live my life. I didn't know he was that.
That was a long time ago.
I didn't know the story. I really didn't. I really did not know. And I didn't know. I didn't know he was on the balcony with Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
When he was passed away. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew it.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And I think that's why it seems like, of course he passed away, so he kind of empowered them, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know how much he followed up with, because I always knew that that Martin Luther King stood for social justice, and other people would tell me, including my mother, that he had an economic agenda, but I didn't put it to Jesse Jackson that he was pursuing the economic agenda.
Wow.
Operation Push.
Okay. I didn't know either. I'm learning now.
Yeah. He was something else. Jesse Jackson was something. We really miss him. I don't know. I don't know who's going to have that type of anointing in the future. I don't know.
I don't know either. Only time will tell.
Now, what's some of your other favorite artists?
Like what, the acting, all of the movies. I mean, of music, I'm sorry.
Well, let's say music.
Okay, I put it to you like this. Back in the day, like the doo-wop flavor, that's my era. When music was music, this stuff they got today, I don't consider music's a bunch of trash, you ask me. I don't like rap music, never did.
You what? But you know what? When rap came out, you know, I don't want to condemn it either. To be honest,
I don't dislike it, I just stay away from it.
Yeah.
Like that.
I'm just, but it's, you know, but somebody told me, I remember when it first came out, and this guy said, that's going to be the generation to do it. And I'm thinking to myself, generation, okay, whatever, you know. And lo and behold, they've created so many millionaires. They are, what in the world? I mean, so many people, so many young people have done so well in that industry.
It's on them, all well and good.
You know, but I noticed they fall back to the R&B flavor, you know. I noticed they start singing and it starts sounding like the old school. Even some of the best of them, they start, you know.
Speaking of that, I'm going to record this doo-wop group soon called Philly Reminisce, or either Reminisce Philly it's called. Writing songs from the doo-wop days with the music I was telling you about earlier. I'm getting ready to record them on some songs for my Battered Woman movie I'm doing. That I ain't released yet.
Now, you had a song, and we're going to let the, you had not a song, but at least the movie.
Yeah.
There was, can you set that up for us? You had created a movie. It was called
The Black Vigilante movie.
Black Vigilante.
Talk to you for a minute.
What do we got to talk about?
We got something
ain't
to
got
discuss.
nothing to talk about. Now, damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a new movie out called The Black Female Assassin. It ain't been released yet, but it's still in production.
All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Duke, for being with us.
Okay.
And I hope you come back and see us.
Okay, the pleasure's mine.
All right, thank you.